this is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada, and it is time for my finished colored pages. I didn't do too much this month, but I only did one color by number, so that is part of the reason. I think I did everything except for the watercolor. I think there may be one other. I did almost all of them, let's say, in pencil. So another contributor to why I don't have very many. But anyways, as I've said before, and I'm not the first to say it, it's not a race, as long as you enjoy yourself. So let's start off with my Facebook group, and you can find the link down below. Our complete book, Buddy Color, that we're coloring along together. So we had 6 pages to do this month, and I will show those to you now. So this is the first one. Well, they're not in the order that I did them, but here's your first one. This was done with, I didn't write down what pencils I did these with. I have no idea. It's not Prisma. I have no idea what pencils these are. And other than that, I put some glossy accents on the submarine telescope things there. Oh, we used some liquid chrome on the mirrors. And the next one, this one here, I used a color cube for this. I used this one, which I thought was quite different. And that's how we have it on the page here. So for these, I used the Erogitins, and this is, I believe it is Timu watercolor there. Got the shine on it. It's got quite a bit of shine. And some Stickles gel medium down here below. Then this one on this page. So I chose colors that would complement this page here, because this page I did with Graphitints, and so I needed the muted, kind of dark muted colors, so that's why I chose these colors over here, and I did it in Pagos watercolors, which are, they're not that great, but they're not that bad either. They're a cheap set of watercolors that will work for you if you want. Looking for that sort of thing. And then for my last 2 pages, I did this double page spread here. A lot of people did this one this month. I used my Artezas for this, and for the water and the sky, I used oil pastels. I used a silver glitter gel pen on this and the slide. And I believe that's it. Yep. So that's, oh, one more. Here, first one I did. I believe this is Brute Funer Squares. I didn't write it down, which I have to make sure I do. So these are Brute Funer Squares. And, yeah, I didn't use anything else. Oh, I used a gold chrome down here. And no glossy accents. So yeah, that's it. So this month we will be doing 6 again, I believe. Where's my card? Don't lose that. Yes, it is our last month of doing 6. So if you were just following along with me here on YouTube, we will be doing 6 pages for April. Then I did and accomplished all the Easter coloring that I wanted to do this month. So this is my color by number. This is Mosaic Art Easter Mandalas by Sachin Sachdeva. Did the first 2 in here, and they're just absolutely adorable. Both of them. Just use water-based markers for these. Then I did Easter Parade by Deborah Muller. This one I did first. I used Prisma Scholars for on here. Ranger watercolor pencils for the sky and the grass, and Cosmic Spirit Fluffy Stuff for the tails. Then for the This Book Belongs To page, I used Arteza and Cosmic Spirit Fluffy Stuff for the tails. Then another Deborah Muller Easter book. This one is called Bunnyville. And I did this page here, and I used the Ergosoft pencils on these. Tried to put I tried to put glossy accents on these eyes, but I think it's because they're not round that it started to leap onto the page. So I got that off of there. Like if you turn it to a side, you can see some shine, but it came off pretty reasonably well. I don't like the color of my sky here. It's way too dark, but I used Ranger watercolor pencils for the sky and for the grass. The grass is fine, but yeah, I don't like the color that I used for the sky. So that kind of like makes this page not so great. Fluffy Stuff for the tails again. Kind of had a heyday this month with my fluffy stuff. So this page is done with Lyro Giants, one Marco square pastel, and yeah, okay. So I needed that for blending. I would have been missing a light color. Oh, I also did the sky here with Kohinoor Tritone, the light blue one. I can't remember what it's called, Summer something, I think. I also used alcohol markers for the sky, a permanent marker actually, for the sky and the outlining on the clouds. Cosmic Shimmer Fluffy Stuff for the tail. And that's that. Then some more Easter coloring, this time with Chamelia Angelkova. And I did her 50 Easter miniatures. So this first one is with Faber-Castell Classics and Derwent pastel pencils to do the outline in. I'm going to do that much more often with these Chamelia books, as I did with this one as well. I also used this palette from the Color Cube. So yeah, this was done with Castle Art Soft and the pastel tints all put together as one set of pencils. So I used that. Another Easter coloring book. Chamelia Angelkova, Easter and Spring Fairy Houses. So I did this one here with Derwent Drawing, and the sky and, no, just the sky was Derwent Pastels. Oh, I think I also used Derwent Pastels to outline the clouds. Did I use? I used gold chrome on the hardware on the doors and windows. And that's it. I like this one. It's a bit dark though. I should have chosen a lighter color again for the sky. I don't think there was one with the drawing, that's why I went with that. So I used the Ranger watercolor pencils for the sky, and the pencils were the the Kohinoor Polycolor. So just the Kohinoor Polycolors. I just have a handful of those. I have less than 24. But I managed to come up with this pick combination here. And one more Easter picture was from Deborah Muller's new book, Bunnies, Bears, and Blooms. So these two I really like. I think these turned out well, and I really like this book. So I used the luminance for this page here, and did everything with the luminance except for Cosmic Shimmer Fluffy Stuff on the tails. Only thing I don't like is that this tail, where it's placed, it kind of looks like something dripping from between his legs. But we won't talk about that. And the last Easter picture is a combination of the Prisma watercolors and the Montmartre woodless watercolor pencils. There's only 36 of the Prismacolor watercolors, and so it helps if you add another pencil to it, and my Montmartres are 24. So together I have quite a lot of colors with those two mixed together. Cosmic Spirit Fluffy Stuff for the tail. Ranger what's it called? Ranger Glossy Accents, yes, for the eyes of everybody. For the animals, I just did their actual eye. Didn't go into the white part because then the eyes were a different shape. And I didn't want it to spread like it had on the other one. And that's, that looks like the sky was done with, didn't put it down here, but yeah, that is definitely Derwent. It's coming off. Oh, will it come off on my hand? Well, yeah, it does. And I sprayed that with sealant. Well, maybe I didn't. The other ones, when I used it, I definitely did use my sealant, but I think I forgot on this one. I'll have to go back and seal that one. So then I went off and started in on my spring coloring, which I will be doing for a couple of months here. So first one I started with Deborah Muller's Springtime. So I did this one with Castle Art Gold. The background was done with an acrylic marker. The bunny had Cosmic Shimmer Fluffy Stuff on his tail. And some silver on the silver Pentel gel pen on the bee's wings, and I used one of the dual hybrid for the dragonfly wings. I think that's all that I used on there. Well, that's enough. Then I did this one with a color cube. Now I had the most awfulest time trying to come up with something to use for my background color on this. And I started with something really dark. I can't remember now what it was, but it did not work at all. It was really streaky, whatever it was. So I had to go over it with something dark. So I went over it with a medium color of acrylic pen, the medium color of purple. And that didn't work. That was all streaky. And so I've ended it by using, did I write it down? Yes, that's what I thought. I used permanent markers, a purple Sharpie was what I ended up going in with this, because it had to be dark and it had to cover what I'd already got in there, which was quite a bit. So in this bit right here, you can see some streaking as I went over all that stuff, but we can also notice that it did cover it all very, very well. So there's a go-to for you if you have an accident. Get out your Sharpies to use to cover it if you have a single side page. And I used the Color 180s for my pencil, some Ranger Glossy Accents for the eyes, liquid chrome for the umbrella handle, and that looks like everything I did. Then the last book that I worked in was 50 Springtime Mandalas by Chamelia Angelkova. Now these are are very detailed and have thin lines, which is quite different from her other mandala books that she has. So I did this one with my miscellaneous watercolors. So I have two brands, two cheap brands, I can't remember what they are right now, that are put together. One of them is Stettler. I can't remember the other one. So I did the whole outside with those watercolors. And then I did the inside, I did the actual eggs with gel pens. Oh, and watercolor. Water-based marker. This one, I used another double, I didn't even write on the back of this one. I used another set of miscellaneous watercolors that I have that are two shades together, two pencils together. Sorry, my husband's on the phone outside the door and it's distracting me. So yes, I used just some cheap miscellaneous watercolors for this, and for the background of the egg, then I did the actual egg with gel pens. The actual design on the egg with my gel pens. So, yeah. So that is everything, folks. Everything that I colored this month. Get myself a picture and yeah, thank you for joining me and coming along to see my finished pages this month. And I hope you come back and join me next month. I also have my haul coming up this month and another collection of the next 10 books that I read for the challenge that I'm doing. So look for me in the upcoming days. So in the meantime, until next time, bye-bye.